Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another edition of Basic Breakdown. I'm here in the filming studio at MassiveJoes headquarters with resident professor of pre-workouts, Boss Josh.
What's up? Glasses on.
Glasses are on for full professorability.
I'm allowed to.
Just made that word up. It doesn't really exist. This Basic Breakdown I'm super excited about because this is arguably this is the most recent iteration of arguably one of the most infamous pre-workout formulas ever created.
Yes.
Of course, I'm talking about Dust from our good friends at Blackstone Labs, which originally started, I don't know if you remember this.
Angel Dust?
Correct.
Yeah,
Originally
I remember that
was
label.
Blackstone Labs Angel Dust,
Yes.
and then went to Blackstone Labs Dust, and then went to Dust V2, and then went to Dust Extreme. I think that was the next iteration.
No, they had,
And the reason for these iterations is that it's always played right on the borderline of what's kind of allowed and not allowed.
And
so it keeps getting taken off the market.
Where you're supposed to be, right?
Well, Blackstone Labs have always done that. They've always been right on that, on the verge there, right on the edge. And sometimes they've gone over the edge, but if you don't, you never know where it is, right? Anyway, this basic breakdown on the most recent iteration of Blackstone Labs Dust. It's called Dust X. Look at that delicious graphic interpretation of.
It's on fire, man.
Why is it on fire?
I don't know, but it's on fire, isn't it, Dilly?
It's on fire. Bosh, let's dive straight in, man. Let's see what's inside this Dust X.
First and foremost, this is going to be the Australian version. We do need to disclaim that because there is a US version of Blackstone Labs Dust X. This is the Australian version, and I think I know the differences, but I'll try and point them out at the end. You'll probably know if you're American sitting home going, hey, wait, what's going on?
Compare the pair.
In your tub of Dust X, you are getting 25 serves. A serve is one single scoop. So 25 single scoops, 13.5 grams, assuming it is the same from a flavor to flavor. We'll just make that assumption there.
Yes.
So 13.5 grams. Starting from the top, you have citrulline malate in a 2:1 ratio of citrulline or L-citrulline to malic acid, 4,000 milligrams or 4 grams. Which is
it's slightly under.
Yeah,
it's slightly under.
You'd be wanting to get at least like 6 to 8 of citrulline malate. If it was just L-citrulline, 4 grams, sweet. You bang on the money. But when you're adding in that malic acid with a 2:1 ratio, obviously you're going to technically pad it out a little bit. Malic acid provides its own benefits in an endurance standpoint. But for just purely more the citrulline standpoint there, you want to get that 6 to 8 grams per serve there.
I'm going to want to see some synergism at this point.
Next ingredient, beta-alanine. 2.5 grams.
Okay, so also a little bit under there.
A little bit under.
Not a good start.
Yeah, I know, 2 for 2. We then have your agmatine sulfate.
There we go. Now we're talking.
1,000 milligrams of 1 whole gram.
Good.
Just a large dose of agmatine.
That's over.
You'd be wanting to get 1 gram if you're stacking 2 products together, sort of thing. Agmatine sulfate in there to help with your nitric oxide production. More importantly, to stop the breakdown of nitric oxide once it has been increased.
And it's going to provide synergism with the underdosed citrulline malate.
Yes, absolutely.
So now we're starting to build a nice little pump formula here.
Then we jump back into one of your favorite ingredients, choline bitartrate, 1,000 milligrams. You want to say anything about that?
Also under.
Because
of the form of choline used. Choline bitartrate is probably the least bioavailable form. It's choline attached to tartaric acid, ionically bonded to the salt tartaric acid, and it makes it's not very bioavailable. When we're talking about alpha GPC or citicoline, different forms of choline that are higher in bioavailability, you can get away with 250 milligrams to 500 milligrams.
You get a gram of those, you'd be well over.
Choline bitartrate, you really need like 2.5 plus grams to get the same amount of choline in the bloodstream. So the choline's in there, but it's underdosed.
Yeah, while it does seem like an impressive choline dose for that particular form, not quite. We then, however, do have an N-acetyl L-tyrosine.
Yes.
The acetyl version of L-tyrosine. 500 milligrams, tyrosine in there as your precursor to dopamine. We're talking about your feel good, your uplift and mood and energy. 500 milligrams is definitely on the, I guess, the lower, not lower end, it's just enough.
Yeah.
It's enough to elicit an effect.
It's a decent amount.
Yeah, and in the N-acetyl form, it should in theory be more technically bioavailable than just a standard tyrosine form.
Correct.
We then have caffeine as caffeine anhydrous, 350 milligrams.
It's big, Bosh.
Per scoop.
It's big.
As expected.
It's what we come to expect from dust.
I'm surprised there's not like a $3.99 or just something ridiculous like that, but $3.50,
It's up there.
It's
up there.
It's definitely there.
It's going to hit you pretty fucking hard.
Yeah, and especially, I would just say, it will, because there's some other stuff after that. We then have your theobromine in there. Theobromine, obviously, from your cocoa extract, a naturally occurring stimulant there. 150 milligrams is quite a decent serving size of your theobromine.
It's good, man.
Yeah,
it's good. Like, usually theobromine is put in formulas at like 25 or 50 milligrams, at which point you like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make much sense for it to be in there at all. But 150 is a good dose.
It's a very good dose. Then we move on to a new ingredient that I've never seen in my life.
I've never seen this.
And I'm pretty sure, I think this is an exclusive ingredient to the Australian formula.
Okay.
So this one here, let's get the facts out here.
Senegalia berlandieri extract.
Extract, yes. So this extract is, it's a plant extract, for starters, obviously. Well, not obviously, but it's a plant extract.
Yeah.
It's in here because it contains your alkaloids. So we're talking about N-methylphenylalanine, tyramine, phenylethylamine, but we're talking about, once again, playing in with the dopamine, the serotonin, and also the adrenaline production within the body. We're talking about the same sort of things as essentially what tyrosine is in there to sort of mess around with, but we would imagine at a much more,
Do we have any, is it stimulatory in nature?
It's actually, well, it's been known to improve a sense of well-being, but it's most of its studies and most of its sort of, I guess, more therapeutic uses is probably a way to put it, has been known towards fat loss.
Okay.
But then when you're talking about fat loss and stuff like that, a lot of those ingredients cross over as to pretty decent stimulants in a sense as well, because they do have that double sort of power there. But definitely talking about increase in lipolysis and metabolic activity has definitely been one of the sort of things it's been known for. And that then sort of ties into a lot of other ingredients in this formula as well. But typically I've seen this ingredient in a lot of US only fat burners. So it's actually, it's sort of probably one of the first times that I've seen it come into Australia. It was actually in one of the original reformulations of Mesomorph, in one of the first DMAA free formulations of that. As far as the dose goes, 150 milligrams of the extract. All the other formulas that I could find on the market or previously on the market, yielded 200 milligrams of the actual alkaloids as sort of like the dosing that they were trying to achieve. So 150 milligrams for the extract, I'm going to say maybe you're yielding 125 milligrams of alkaloids. So it's going to be a little bit under, but in synergism effect of everything else in the formula, I'm sure it's still going to pack a punch and it's still going to add to the combined stimulatory effect that you're going to be getting for it. After that, hyginamine, which is another delightfully risky ingredient to have in a formula because
delightfully
risky because
that's a very illustrative way to put it, Bosh.
In Australia, hyginamine is not. My little side note for this was I actually just I just googled hyginamine and I just wanted to see what the latest on it was, and I just copied exactly what was from your from the internet about what you can do in regards to competing in sport. Hyginamine is a beta-2 agonist. These types of substances allow your lungs to take in more oxygen. Pretty much, and is prohibited in and out of competition. Simple as that. So,
and that's from WADA, ASADA?
ASADA, I believe,
which follows WADA?
Yep.
Okay.
So you're looking at if you.
So it's delightfully risky.
It's delightfully risky.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I mean, it's just it's sort of frustrating because if you are someone that competes in any sort of tested sport, not that there's much of that going on right in the world right now, but that, it's slowly reopening and going back to it. It just sort of means, I remember when hydrogen was initially banned, it was sort of just like, it was mayhem. It was like, oh shit, I had a scoop of very, very, very popular fat burner that had it in there and no one even knew it was in there really. And yeah, but it's in here. It does provide, obviously an effect, performance enhancing effect that is obviously significant enough that it is banned. 75 milligrams serve is, pretty right. Yep. It is. You can go high, you can go a little bit lower, but that's bang on the money as far as that we go there.
Yep.
Another new ingredient, or at least another new variation of ingredient. You want to say this one for me?
Isopropyl norepinephrine.
Yeah. Which, as the name sort of suggests, it's literally the isopropyl derivative of synephrine. And all I could really find on this ingredient is that, at the end of the day, it is a form of synephrine. But when they were looking at the difference between the isopropyl version and just the standard form of synephrine, you're looking at the effect, once again, on fat loss.
Yes.
And the actual lipolytic effect. Lipolytic effect. So, while that obviously would have a sort of indirect relation to, I guess, like the stimulatory effect you would get from having synephrine in a formula, its main sort of reasoning behind it being used is that it is essentially more active, or at least more it's better. Not tolerated, better
assimilated.
Absorbed, like better used, better utilized by the human body than your standard form of synephrine. So therefore, you're going to get more out of it. And I mean, if synephrine has a maximum dosage per serve of 30 milligrams in Australia, you are restricted to have that serving size. If you can get a form of synephrine that is going to be more effective,
more bang for your buck.
More bang for your buck, exactly. Therefore, you're going to be getting a much greater effect by still staying within that restricted serving size. So 25 milligrams. I'm going to say on the money. It should once again pack a decent punch. Yeah. We then have your Narrogin, which is essentially a citrus flavonoid extract, which is not too dissimilar, I guess, from where you get your synephrine from. We're looking at a 25 milligram serve of that. Once again, this does also have another sort of tie into fat loss as well, which I keep going back to, but it's
almost like it's like a fat burning pre-workout at this point.
That's what I mean. Like
really?
a lot of the stimulants and a lot of these extracts you would find them in a lot of fat loss formulas. And obviously there's always that 100%. Crossover from pre-workouts to fat burners in a sense, but it's just this particular formula. There's a lot in here that's really crossing over for me. But your Narrogin in there is another way to help, as a stimulatory effect, but also in regards to increasing, AMP-K activation, which is essentially your metabolic, master key. Like it controls everything in regards to metabolism. And then finally, going back to our focus, we have some Huperzine A in a 300 microgram dose, which I'm going to go out and say that is actually 300 micrograms of actual yielded Huperzine A,
which is a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. And it probably makes up for the fact that the choline by tartrate is underdosed. Really?
Yeah. So I mean, at least you know that. And this is where, if we want to explain Huperzine A, pretty much, how we said citrulline malate is going to boost nitric oxide levels up, and agmatine is going to stop it from coming back down, from your body breaking it back down. Same sort of thing with Huperzine A and choline. Choline is going to boost your acetylcholine levels up. Huperzine A, or Huperzine A, however you want to say it, is going to stop the body breaking it back down and keep those levels high.
Correct.
So and that's it. I'm out.
It's an interesting formula.
Oh, man.
Really, to kind of pick it to pieces like this on paper, you're going to get good muscle pumps from the synergism with the citrulline malate and the agmatine. You're going to get okay muscular endurance. It's really just beta-alanine that's slightly underdosed. There's nothing in there for muscle power. Everything else is focused on stimulants, focus, mood and well-being, and fat loss, of all things. So it's kind of like it's just a unique formula. It's a unique pre-workout formula.
It is,
which I don't mind. Because it's refreshing to see something that's a little bit out of the box.
It just takes a different approach to your stock standard. This and this clinical doses. Done the job. It's there's like to figure out what everything did in this formula, I'm like, shit, you know, like
there's a whole bunch of shit going on.
There's a lot of crossovers.
There's a whole bunch of shit.
And just different pathways that haven't been
I
really
think like
approached.
it's interesting for me because usually I can look at a formula and I can, you know, I kind of know what the pre-workout's going to feel like.
Yeah.
This one, I don't know really what to expect.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
You know, I'm excited to give it a shot and see what I physically feel from this formula.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be something different.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's either going to be really good or just...
Or a complete flop.
Yeah.
It's probably not going to be anything in the middle.
Yeah. Exactly.
Bosch, talk to me about flavors, pricing, and availability.
I'd love to. And I completely forgot to suss out the flavors before we came into film here. But going off of the top of my head, you're obviously going to have in typical Blackstone Labs flavor range, you're going to have a pineapple mango, you're going to have a cotton candy, you're going to have a sour gummy bears. I do believe there might be a watermelon flavor.
Yep.
And maybe something pineapple, but I can't be sure. But you're definitely going to get those first three.
Absolutely. In terms of pricing, where are we at?
Yeah, so on the Australian market, we're looking at it coming out at $79.95.
For 25 scoops, which is 20, it's one scoop per serve.
It is
25 serves.
100%
$79.95.
serves, yeah.
So pretty good.
Yeah.
Value for money.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like
Really?
being a product that you would not even consider two scooping. Like it is a clear-cut
no
25 serve. If not, you could bump it up to 30 or 35 if you're someone that's going to be taking half a scoop to 2/3 of a scoop.
100%.
Yeah.
Availability.
Availability. We're looking at it launching. Well, I mean, okay, if we're here now in the world,
I think it's July.
Yeah, it is.
Isn't it a
it's
July
So
launch?
I'm
July
gonna say-
2020?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, you know, by the time you see this, you're watching this, it's probably a few days away.
It's probably not too far away.
Yeah, I reckon it is.
Bosch?
Yeah, man.
Anything else you'd like to add?
No.
Before I tell the viewers to hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to the MassiveJoes YouTube channel. Stay up to date with all of our latest editions of Basic Breakdown and everything else we've got going on. Guys, don't forget to turn your post notifications on your mobile, your cell phone, and your desktop PC, so it automatically tells you when there's new shit dropping, and it just pops up and it says MassiveJoes uploaded a video. Go watch the shit.
Smart.
With a little push notification.
Ooh, good.
Until next time, where we coming to and from, man?
MassiveJoes.com.
Stay massive.
Thank you for tuning in to this video. We hope you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to check out our latest upload and our recommended video, and be sure to subscribe to the MassiveJoes YouTube channel to stay up to date with all of our latest uploads.